Laging late sa deadline? 'Di ba, nakakahiya sa clients kapag laging delayed ang project natin. Baka naman stress ka na kasi parang hindi ka na makahabol sa mga commitment mo. Naku anak, sa service business, palaging problema ang deadlines. For example, sa construction business. Pero hindi ibig sabihin na nangyayari talaga ay okay lang na hayaan na natin na ganun. So let me share the story of Gino. May construction business siya for 5 years na. Magaling siya sa trabaho, okay ang quality ng mga projects nila. Pero may isang malaking problema. Laging delayed ang mga projects nila. Minsan, 1 month late, minsan almost 2 months pa. At may isang client nga, naging 6 weeks overdue ang bahay niya. Imagine, nakabook na ang moving truck pero hindi pa pala sila tapos sa construction. Siyempre, kapag laging ganyan, magagalit ang mga clients, di ba? May mga nag-cancel pa ng next projects. At yung kanyang reputation, nako, unti-unting nasisira. Word of mouth travels fast, di ba? Pag sinabi ng isang client na, ay si Gino, magaling pero laging late, tapos na yan. At first, akala ni Gino ay bad luck lang. But when we dug deeper, nalaman namin ang totoo. Ang team niya ang main cause ng delays. Walang malinaw na daily assignments ang kanyang mga workers. Minsan, mag-aantay lang sila na sabihin ni Gino kung ano ang susunod na gagawin. May mga araw na late pumasok yung iba. Walang text, walang tawag. Yung foreman naman niya, hindi rin nagre-report ng problems hanggang sa lumala na. Like yung tiles na kulang na pala, hindi niya sinasabi hanggang sa kailangan ng ilagay. Plus, there is no proper coordination between workers. Yung electrician, hindi alam na kailangan pang tapusin ng carpenter yung wall bago siya mag-i-install ng wires. Kaya nag-aantayan sila. So Gino realized na hindi lang weather or materials ang problema. Ang team dynamics niya ay hindi maayos. Kaya there came a time na may client na nag-threaten na mag-file ng case kasi sobrang delayed na. Doon na-realize ni Gino na kailangan niya ng system para ma-manage ang team properly. Hindi puro improvise lang. So I work with him to create a team management approach na focused on accountability. The first thing we did, nag-analyze kami kung bakit hindi gumagana ang team niya. At nalaman namin na ang mga main problems ay walang clear daily assignments, walang accountability system, poor communication between team members, at walang proper tracking ng individual performance. Kaya dahil dyan, nag-implement kami ng 5 strategies para ma-solve ang deadline problems niya. Strategy 1, add extra time to your promises. Kung noon 30 days ang trabaho, 30 days din ang promise ni Gino sa client, ang problema doon ay walang perfect na weather sa construction. May days na uulan, may delay sa delivery ng materials, may permits na hindi agad na-approve. So what we did was simple. Kung 30 days ang actual work, 40 to 45 days ang promise. Ibig sabihin, may extra 10 to 15 days para sa mga unexpected problems. So how does this work? First, know how many days you really need, di ba? And then you add buffer days in case something goes wrong. Finally, yun ang ibigay mong timeline sa client. For example, painting a house takes 5 days. Then, promise 7 days to 8 days instead. Now, here's the magic. Kapag natapos mo in 6 days, happy ang client kasi mas mabilis pa sa promise mo. At kung inabot naman ng 7 days, okay pa rin dahil yan naman ang original commitment mo, di ba? Win-win situation. So, pangalawang strategy is to make weekly goals, not just one big goal. Noon, ang tingin ni Gino sa project ay simple lang. Tapos dapat sa December 15. Ang problema, kapag yan lang ang goal natin, hindi natin makikita agad kung madidelay ka na. So, ang ginawa namin, hinati namin ito into small weekly goals. And then every Friday, we would ask, natapos ba natin yung goal this week? Kung hindi, adjust agad para makahabol next week. And then we have strategy number 3, update your clients every week, no matter what. Gino used to call clients only when there was already a problem. Kaya anak, there is a better way to do it. Now, every Wednesday, nagte-text siya with photos. Good morning, ma'am. Update on your house. We finished 80% of the walls. So next, we start the roof on Friday. Everything on schedule po. Kahit walang problema, nag-update pa rin siya. So here's an example message. Ma'am, small delay sa tiles kasi out of stock, but I found another supplier. Only 2 days delay po, promise. You see, clients love this because they are not worried. They know what's happening. So keep them in the loop, okay? Ito, strategy number 4. Always have a backup plan. Sa construction, 2 bagay lang ang parating nagiging problema: the weather and materials. That's why Gino learned to always have a plan B. For weather issues, kapag umuulan, may indoor work ready like painting inside or installing fixtures. May tent or cover din para sa outdoor work during light rain. And if there are material issues, we should have 2 or 3 suppliers for important materials like cement, steel, and tiles. Let's order materials 1 week in advance, not at the last minute. And for worker issues, make sure to have contact numbers of extra workers in case na may hindi pumasok. The key here is not to wait, but to act fast. Being prepared turns surprises into small hiccups instead of big delays. Lastly, strategy number 5. Write down everything every day. Now, Gino uses just a simple app on his phone to track everything happening on his projects. Every morning, he spends just 10 minutes writing down what work was finished yesterday, what materials are needed for today, how many workers are coming, and any problems that he sees. The nice part is he can check it anytime, either on his phone when he's out or kahit nasa computer niya pag nasa office siya. You can do the same, anak. Every day, jot down the work you finished, the materials you need for tomorrow, who's coming, and any issues you notice. Then, every Friday, ask yourself, did we finish our goal for this week? What went wrong? And how can we do better next week? Ang advantage, anak, you catch problems while they are still small. So you can fix them before they turn into big delays. And alam mo ba, anak, after implementing these strategies, everything changed for Gino. Bumalik ang tiwala ng clients, naging mas profitable pa ang business niya, and most importantly, mas peaceful na ang mind niya. Hindi na siya nag-aalala every morning kung may magiging problema. Dahil sabi niya sa akin, Mommy M, parang may superpowers na ako ngayon. Kontrolado ko na ang mga projects ko at hindi na ako kontrolado ng mga deadlines. Ang lesson, anak, deadlines are not suggestions, they are commitments. Ang reputation mo as a business owner depends on your ability to keep your word. And keeping deadlines, kailangan ng sistema. Hindi lang yung maganda ang iyong intention at gusto mong mag-keep ng deadline. Plan properly, communicate clearly, prepare for problems, and track everything. Your clients will trust you more. Your business will be more profitable and your stress level will drop significantly. Remember, sa construction business, time is money. Wasted time means wasted money. Yours and your clients. So anak, if you're struggling with meeting deadlines, start implementing these 5 strategies today, ha? And let's be business-minded Pinoy. Now, if you want to avoid common business mistakes, learn more about them from the Business Basics for Business Owners course. Check the link in the comment section.